After starting the season slow, looking like a complete disappointment, the Oklahoma City Thunder look like they finally figured it out. The Thunder closed the year of 2017 perfectly. In the month of December, they had a 15-4 record, hoping to make it. Well, they currently have a 15-4 record, hoping to make it a 16-4 record against the Mavericks on Sunday. Their more convincing wins and more impressive wins came against the Houston Rockets and the red hot Toronto Raptors. OKC were in the middle of a 7-game winning streak until they took a loss due to a very controversial no call against the Milwaukee Bucks in the very last seconds of the game. Regardless of that game and that loss and their winning streak being snapped, it has been a successful month for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they really needed this turnaround in this month, because it was looking very rocky and very disappointing before this winning streak took place. During the streak, these are Russell Westbrook's numbers. He has been putting up ridiculous numbers efficiently. He was playing elite defense, and he still is currently. Melo's taking very few shots compared to what he was in the beginning of the season. The Thunder defense that was already phenomenal became the top defense in the league, and the Thunder look like they've really turned it around. I mean, I've never seen Russell Westbrook play like this, even in his MVP season. I mean, he put up ridiculous numbers, but efficiently, an efficient Russ, that is scary, real scary for the opposing team and the whole league. And Paul George in this stretch has been phenomenal as well, being the premier 3-and-D player, a Klay Thompson type player. He's been shooting the ball at a ridiculous rate. In the Raptors win, he had 7 threes, shot 70% from behind the arc. So I think he's found his place in the offense as a catch and shoot player, and sometimes come around the screen, dribble into a pull up and be that second option behind Russ and take around 10-15 shots. So even with this winning streak and this month of December, this incredible month of December the Thunder just had, people are still questioning their legitimacy because of the teams they've played or the small sample size. But have they turned it around, and are they legit title contenders? Without further ado, let's further evaluate and answer this question. Now, since the PG and Melo trade in the summer, the Thunder were immediately one of the top threats to the Warriors, but earlier in the season it looked like that died down, as they were losing game after game, coming short against teams that they shouldn't even be close with. And as a Thunder fan, I wasn't really panicking, because at times you can see signs of the big three in George, Anthony, and Westbrook clicking and finding a balance in between each other. Then at other times it's just flat out ugly to watch. But after their spectacular month of December, I strongly believe the Thunder should be in title contention again. They've beat teams, good teams, during the stretch. So how exactly would they beat the Warriors, or even yet the Rockets, the Spurs? I think the Oklahoma City Thunder wouldn't have as much of a problem with the Spurs, mostly due to the fact I believe the Thunder are too athletic for San Antonio. For instance, in 2016, when the Thunder beat the Spurs in the second round to advance to the Western Conference Finals, they abused the pick and roll with the slower bigs on the Spurs trying to defend it, and they just couldn't. And now with the evolution of Steven Adams and the Spurs going from Tim Duncan to Pau Gasol, I think the problem had just expanded, became bigger. And old Duncan was a far better rim protector than Gasol right now, but the Spurs defense is a collective team defense and has always been phenomenal under the greatest coach of all time, in my opinion, Greg Popovich. They have a top 3 defense this year, but I don't think San Antonio can deal with Russell Westbrook and Paul George. I just think that's too much athleticism, too much young legs for the Spurs. Now, I may be wrong because the Spurs somehow always find a way to surprise me and other NBA fans. Depending on seeding, they might have to face the Rockets and the Warriors in the same playoffs. How would they be even one of them? Because the Rockets currently have the top offense in the league, and Golden State is Golden State. They still have the core of KD, Curry, Clay, Draymond, and adding bench pieces like Nick Young and Jordan Bell, getting better game by game. But I'd take my chances with OKC beating either Houston and maybe even Golden State. Let's look at the regular season matchups between the Rockets, Thunder, and Warriors Thunder games. The Thunder took the win in both games. Now, granted, CP3 was out for Houston, but it was an impressive win regardless. It was an impressive win nevertheless. The Rockets are still dangerous without CP3, just more dangerous when CP3 plays. The Thunder played exceptional defense, holding Harden to 33% shooting from the field. Russ only took 1 3, which is great for the team because he's not a 3-point shooter. Early in the season, he was shooting before the streak, he was shooting about 5 threes a game, and during the streak, he was only shooting 1 to 2 threes a game. That is good that he's finally realizing that he's unstoppable when he drives, and he hurts his team when he shoots threes. So it's great that he's coming to a realization when it comes to his 3-point ability. In this Warrior game, he shoots 1 3, gets 4 steals along with PG's 4 steals. Curry ended the game with 6 turnovers, and the Splash Brothers didn't shoot extremely well. When Russell is playing with a chip on his shoulder on defense, he has the athleticism and speed to get a steal and instantly convert a fast break point on the other end. The Thunder have also been good at completing the defensive possession by corralling the defensive board. Every starter from 1 to 5 is crashing the glass. Roberson, Westbrook, PG, Melo, Patterson, Adams. I know Patterson is not a starter, but he's been crashing the boards lately. So to answer this question, I definitely think the Thunder are legit title contenders. When they are locked in on defense and the offense is clicking, they could beat any team they face. The only problem is inconsistency. If they could keep their composure throughout a tough loss and regroup, they'll have a chance against any team in the 7-game series. If they could adapt a Boston Celtics type mindset, that championship attitude, that resilience to never give up in a game, and build on this defensive-minded culture, there is not a shadow of doubt in my mind that they could win a championship later down along the line. Now that's going to do it for today's video. Sorry for the inconsistent uploads. In 2018, I'm striving to put out a video every single day, so we just have to see how long that lasts. It's tough with school, but to make this thing work, I'm gonna have to grind, and I do not mind grinding. And I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content, subscribe, share the video. And until next time, it's been your boy. I'm out.
Yeah. Father God, I just wanna live life. Lamborghini loud pipes. Remember all the trial nights. Pull up in the Poltergeist. 100,000 on me, yikes.